We are going to talk about 7th grade curriculum choices. Some of these might seem a little young for 7th grade, but my child does NWEA or MAP testing a couple times a year and is scoring ahead in most subjects. So it's enough of a challenge that he's retaining the information and he's advancing. So that's what's more important to me rather than the grade listed on the curriculum. So for 7th grade, I'm trying to find all of my papers. Okay. For 7th grade math, we have 2 books of Beast Academy Level 5 left to do. We got a little behind last year, but that's okay. And then Beast Academy is fantastic. It's like a comic book. That was a bad page. A comic book. It's really fun. It's kind of challenging, so if you don't start off in Beast Academy, it might lead to a lot of frustration. But it's a fantastic way to learn math. I have a math degree myself. It's great. My kid does so much mental math because of the techniques that Beast Academy is teaching him. It's amazing. And then we're going to be doing Denison pre-algebra, which I don't have yet, but I've heard great things about. I believe it has video lessons and guided note-taking. I'm pretty excited for that. For science, we are doing Real Science Odyssey Physics. We did chemistry this year, so we're going to continue on to physics. This is the lower grade level Real Science Odyssey, but I love it. I think it's great. There's so many experiments and I don't know, we like it. For history, we have a couple of aspects to history/social studies. So our main curriculum is Curiosity Chronicles Medieval. History, we just finished Ancients. That took us a while to get through, and this book is so much bigger. So we might do that over more than a year. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll get to the other parts of social studies in a bit. We're just going over the main ones right now. For language arts, we are doing Guest Hollow, which is not entirely secular. I have not noticed, we're in week 8. I think I've noticed one mention of religion so far. If you don't want to support a Christian company, I completely understand that. Find something else. We also have Fix-It Grammar, and that is fantastic. My child liked this one a little bit more. He thought it was a little bit more engaging, but Fix-It Grammar is also a great option. We might also continue to do that. We'll see. And Guest Hollow Language Arts includes Beowulf's Grammar, if that matters. We are going to do book studies. We have 2 books that I don't yet have. The Super Teacher Project and Izzy at the End of the World. I'm trying to remember if Izzy at the End of the World is a graphic novel or not. Might be, not sure. Other than that, we're going to go do Hatchet, Freak the Mighty, Other Words for Home. I read this book on my own a couple of years ago, and I sobbed and sobbed, so that'll be interesting to go through. We do these as read-alouds. The Giver, A Long Walk to Water, and Roller Girl. So I will find, I don't have them all yet, but we do little studies on the books. This one is Roller Girl with just, worksheets for every chapter or so. Nothing too heavy. We still want to enjoy the books, but we do want to study all the parts and pieces of books. So there's that. Along with read aloud books, I have compiled a list of books that have recipes in the end of them, and so we have a little bit of fun with that. This is our next one that we're doing. It's, you know, kids book, usually cultural stories, which is great. What was the one we did before this? Freedom Soup, that's the one we just did. And then there's a recipe that we cook. Freedom Soup was great. It's about Haiti's independence and freedom soup. For art, we have been following Art Tango the entire time that we've been homeschooling. We've been doing Art Tango. It's K through 5, but it's fantastic. It's online, it's free, it's very thorough. It's great art curriculum. Highly recommend. For health, we have also been doing the entire time that we've been homeschooling is the 3 R's, rights, respect, responsibility. It's 3rs.org if you want to find it. It's designed for public schools or classroom setting, whatever. But it's easily adaptable. Great, fantastic. We will also be doing life skills. I've shown this one on my other socials before. We've been through unit 1 so far. And my learner is autistic, and so this is just a little extra help to make sure we get all the bases. We are also continuing Living Harmonies for music. What haven't I touched on yet? Let's see. Okay. Handwriting, we are continuing Handwriting Without Tears. He found these books at the library, so I'm throwing those in. He really wants to do these. There were like, I don't know, 6 or 8 levels. This one's level 1. It looks pretty good so far. It uses Scratch, which is a free website for programming. So we'll see how that goes. I also have Oh Freedom, the beginner's level, which is like way too young for 7th grade, but as a supplement, it's a lot of like crafts and projects, and I love that. So we're gonna do this or continue. We started it once a long time ago, and then it went to the wayside, so we're throwing that back in there. We also like to do, this is just the National Park Service Junior Ranger logo, but we do the Junior Ranger programs because a lot of the parks have them available online. You can print them out and work on them at home, and then either turn them in when you visit the park, or some of them you can fully complete from home and mail in, which is great, and earn badges that way. We have one other thing that is not a secular company, but was the most thorough unit I could find for elections. This one is from Sunlight, which is a Christian company. I didn't love that, but I went through the unit. There's nothing religious in it. Again, I completely understand if you do not want to support a Christian company. This is a fantastic unit. The unit itself seems to be secular. Companies, so that's up to you and your personal values. I think that's everything. I have a lot of other materials that we will use supplementally or just for fun learning. If you want to see some of that sometime, let me know and I'll show you. There are also tons of websites and apps and all kinds of free resources like that that I can show you as well. As far as planning goes, I just use a notebook. Like, I've tried so many different planners. I love a planner. My personal planner, so cute. For homeschooling though, I found the best thing that works for us is to just write it out in a notebook. And then we have to keep time here in Missouri. We have to hit 1,000 hours, so I have to write down the subjects and the time and the whole thing. So in my notebook, I will just write down the amount of time each thing took, and then at the end of the week, transfer it over into this. Pretty simple, but if you would like a more detailed look at any of these materials or any of the supplemental materials that I have, please let me know. I'll link everything in the description. I'll tell you where to find things. That's that. I hope it's a great school year. I'm very excited. We start on Tuesday, so I may or may not have this posted by the time we start. I hope so, because it's getting kind of late. I know a lot of people don't start until September though, so whatever. Yeah, thanks for watching.